guys, welcome back to my humble abode, and if you don't know who I am Stephanie, or as I love to call everything else, Miss Dashing. So I wanted to go back to what I know best, and that is pop culture. And I kind of wanted to do a special video, a more relevant video, and give you guys my opinion on the SNL 40th year anniversary special. And let me tell you, for the most part, I'm very content. The only reason, I won't lie, I watched this was because Justin Timberlake was going to be in it. And as you guys know, I'm a really big fan. But before I continue rambling on, this video will have a lot to do with SNL and my reaction towards that. But since I do want to remain relevant and let you guys know a little bit of what's going on in pop culture, I will be talking about, whoa, what's going on here? I will be talking about some other things that are going on, like, obviously, I can never forget things like the Kardashians, the Jenners, something that happened recently this morning, Lady Gaga, and New York Fashion Week. So if you want to know more about that, or what I want to talk about, or my opinion on the SNL 40th anniversary special, stick around and let's get started. So for starters, with SNL, I want to be honest before I say this. I'm not a very avid watcher of SNL, and one of the few reasons I watch this is because a lot of the comedians that have come off of SNL, I really like now. So, for example, Kristen Wiig. I don't know if I can count Jimmy Fallon, but yeah, Jimmy Fallon. I completely blanked right now. I'll put her name up here if I remember. So there's just been a lot of people that I've become a fan of. So I watched it last night. For those of you that didn't watch it, I'm going to save you the trouble. The show was 3.5 hours, so that was including commercials. Today I'm going to talk about the things that I thought were highlights. So definitely, if it stuck to my head, I think it was relevant. We might have different opinions, but I definitely think these were like the best things that were seen during the special. So the cold opening was amazing. With Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake, they brought back a lot of the old things they've done in previous like sketches and things they've done together. It was so good. So either I'm gonna put that here somewhere, link it to the side, over here, or down in the description box. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. It was one of the things that people are talking about the most if you haven't heard so already. So definitely, I gave that a thumbs up. Okay, so before I continue talking, I will say that as part of the special, they used a lot of clips and things that they had pre-recorded in other shows, because it was more about remembering the things they've done in the last 40 years. So as for new skits, they didn't have many, but out of the ones that they did have, I will be talking about my favorites. So as I continue, another of my favorite skits that I think it was like on point, like everything they were talking about, I actually understood, and that was the Californians. Kristen Wiig did such a great job, and Taylor Swift was actually a part of this, and Bradley Cooper was a part of this skit, and Betty White made out with Bradley Cooper in the scene. So if you want to see all this and you think you'll be entertained by that, again, I'll try putting it in here somewhere or linking it down in the description box. As for another skit that I think could have gone a lot better, but I still enjoyed because even though I forgot to name them in the beginning, these two women are like incredible, and that's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. They came off of SNL and they are phenomenal, and look where they are now. They did a special of the Weekend Update, and it was really short, so I wish that it would have been a little longer. Emma Stone was a guest for the Weekend Update. She could have been a little funnier, but I think it was because they were rushed, and I think that was the whole point of the Weekend Update. I think that's what I caught, that they wish it could have been longer, but it wasn't. So I loved it regardless, and again, I'll link it somewhere so you guys will be able to enjoy that. For me, those were the three that really stuck. Like I said, I may have different opinions, so definitely check it out if you want to sit through the 3.5 hours of it. It's probably like less, it's probably like 2 hours and 45 minutes without commercials. And as for performances, of course I have to mention it. Paul McCartney had like two performances, I'd like to say. It was an impromptu performance of I've Just Seen a Face, which lasted like 10 seconds. I enjoyed every single second of those 10 seconds. And afterwards, he had a whole song, which was Maybe I'm Amazed, and it was amazing. And another performance that really stuck to me was Miley Cyrus. She covered 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. So that's kind of it for the SNL 40th anniversary special, but I think it was cool. I talked about things that stuck, and if they stuck, that means it's good, right? So as for other things that are relevant right now in pop culture, and I say relevant because literally they're happening as they go. As of this morning, you guys, Lady Gaga is officially engaged to Tyler Kinney, and I probably just butchered his last name, and I apologize. Congratulations to them. I can only imagine what a Gaga wedding is going to be like. That's going to be like, they're probably going to get married in Mars or something. So that's really good news because a lot of people saw it coming, but like, what better way to propose to Gaga than on the cheesiest day of the year? So as you know, Kanye and Kim have been at New York Fashion Week because Kanye released his line with Adidas, and he had his own fashion show, which Kylie was a part of. And front row, we have Anna Wintour, Kim with North on her lap, and Beyonce. So they were front row, and a photog snapped a pic of them, and North was having a tantrum. She was crying. It seems like Beyonce's annoyed, and Anna Wintour is just like, oh my god. So that's what you get off of this picture. That might not even be true. It could just be like something else. It could just be like the wrong angle of the picture, just taken at a wrong time. But so that happened. That tantrum, that picture went viral. That same day, Snooki, so yeah, Nicole Lavelle, I don't know how she kept her name now that she's married. That same day, Snooki took her baby to a fashion show, and Lorenzo, who is like the cutest kid ever, just sat there calmly, didn't cry, and a lot of articles were comparing the two mothers and the two children. Okay, so I mean, not defending either of them because I would be biased in some senses with both mothers and both children. People have to understand that Lorenzo is older than North. North hasn't even hit 2 years. Lorenzo is older. So it's bound to happen. You're taking a baby to a fashion show. And things got a little worse because Kim and Kanye took North to Alexander Wang's fashion show, and she had a tantrum again. And people are like, oh, this is why it happens. You don't take care of your kid. You're always out and about. We don't know that. You do see pictures of Kim all the time out and about, but that's just because you see her outside leaving her apartment. Like, maybe she doesn't want you taking pictures of her kid. What do you guys think about that? I definitely think that it's just a matter of perspective versus a matter of parenting. So yeah. And finally, I wanted to close with this just because, unfortunately, it's becoming a really big deal in the last couple hours. So Amber Rose, you know, Kanye's ex, had an interview of some sort. I still haven't found it, and I apologize for that, where she talked about Kylie and Tyga's relationship, which we all know is kind of there, even though they don't want to admit it. And this became a feud this morning on Twitter. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because, sadly, who would have thought that Kylie Jenner's relationship with Tyga would bring so much drama? The reality of it, guys, is that is real life. Relationships bring drama, even if you're famous. So, unfortunately for them, they can't keep things like this private, and unfortunately, once more, they decided to bring this out on Twitter. So, hopefully they figure a way to make this a more positive situation, and maybe both teams will stop saying ugly things. That was it for this session. I want to say Stephanie's session of pop culture. Thank you for watching this video. I have so many great ideas, you guys. Like, I feel like I'm back. I'm back in my zone. I'm back in what I want to do. So have a good day, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Bye.